Let me borrow a brand advertisement jingle to start my video today. टेढ़ा है पर मेरा है. I'm not advertising for any snack brand, but this could be an apt line to sum up US foreign policy. The motivated working style of their agencies, media houses, intelligentsia, and their understanding of noble virtues like democracy, freedom, lives, liberties, etc. They work like Mirzapur's Kalin Bhaiya. For them, it does not matter if someone is a crook, dictator, mass murderer, terrorist, or even nincompoop. What matters the most is that he/she should be a US or Western stooge. Otherwise, the US and its Western allies cut loose their attack dogs, agencies like USCIRF, not so independent media houses, to tarnish the image of their country of interest. Now, recently, US based The Economist announced Country of the Year 2024, and it looks more of a ragtag award and a badge of honor for the US for wreaking havoc in another country. Hello and welcome to TFI Post. I'm your host for today, Paurush Gupta. Let's get into the thick of The Economist bunkum recognition list. The Economist has named Bangladesh as the Country of the Year for 2024 for its progress towards a more liberal government by toppling the authoritarian regime led by Sheikh Hasina through what they called revolution led by students, which The Economist and many US intellectuals have termed as first Gen Z revolution. For those unversed, every December The Economist magazine awards this title to a country who achieves positive strides in that particular year. Now, according to the magazine, the winner is not the richest, happiest, or most virtuous place, but it is the one that has improved the most in the previous 12 months. This year, the economics consider that Bangladesh has shown remarkable improvement. Let me give it to them. They have some gall to laud preposterous narratives and show the naked dance of death as improvement. I'm not exaggerating here, but soon London, or let me say Londonistan, could also start reflecting this improvement. The only difference will be that it will be a natural course of action, not a contrived protest and violent Islamist coup as was cropped up in Bangladesh. Naming Bangladesh as the country of the year is itself sufficient to make one understand the relevance and credibility the award holds. The best use of such magazines is to enjoy hot pakoras on their yellow papers in cold breezy weather, or they could be shown their rightful place in trash cans. Now, it's not too hard to figure out what positive strides The Economist saw in Bangladesh. The genocide of Bangladeshi Hindus for the sole reason of their faith and undemocratic takeover of the country certainly does not come into the very definition of positive strides. Interestingly, for The Economist, democratically elected Sheikh Hasina was an autocratic leader, and under her regime, Bangladesh was unsafe for the religious minorities. But now, when the Muhammad Yunus regime is overseeing the worst genocide of the Hindu community, releasing hardcore criminals and terrorists from jail, and when the economy lies in ruin, it is being hailed by The Economist as progress. For The Economist, releasing Islamist terrorists may be the height of liberalism. And why not? They gave the runner-up accolade to Syria, where the removal of Bashar al-Assad has tragically marked the resurgence of dreaded ISIS. But for The Economist, this is a phenomena of positive stride. Positive strides for whom? For the US and its allies? Positive strides to loot the country's resources, their oil wealth? The Economist and its Country of the Year title is a sham. By repeatedly awarding nations that are embroiled in turmoil and crisis, The Economist has undermined the credibility of this title. Instead of celebrating genuine achievements, it brazenly glorifies instability and conflict under the guise of progress. Let us look at the countries that were given this recognition by The Economist in the past decade. In 2014, Tunisia was honored for its strides towards democracy following the Arab Spring. The fate of the nation is for all to see. This year was marked by political instability because of the assassination of politician Mohammad Brahmi, which intensified unrest. Similarly, Myanmar was selected in 2015 after the Rohingya crisis worsened. It is something to even praise a country suffering with such a catastrophic humanitarian crisis. And this something is called shamelessness. In 2016, it was Colombia. 2017 recognition was arguably one of the few optimistic cases. It was France's turn, when the country elected a center-to-left leader, Emmanuel Macron. Why I stress center-to-left? Let me put it. But to the surprise of the global left lobby, Macron's power started waning with the rise of right-wing leader, Marine Le Pen. And ever since then, the leftists are rattled with Macron as well, as they are not happy with his tough stance on Islamists. Nonetheless, while the European nation is better placed than its peers mentioned in the Bunkum, the economics recognition list, the Islamist forces have often shown their increasing presence by taking to the streets and carrying out large-scale violence on one pretext or the other. In 2018, it was Armenia's Velvet Revolution that got recognition from The Economist. And surprise but no surprise, the country later faced geopolitical challenges in the form of Nagorno-Karabakh conflict. In 2019, it was Uzbekistan. A year after that, it was Malawi. Italy in 2021, Ukraine in 2022, and Greece in 2023. And now in 2024, it has chosen Bangladesh, which is carrying out the worst Hindu genocide ever. While the US, UK, and Western intelligentsia is presenting the violent coup as the first Gen Z revolution, the protesters were a disgrace to be called youth. It was nothing but politically motivated Islamist protest in the garb of student rebellion. The rioters stormed the official residence of PM Sheikh Hasina, carried out vandalism, and acted as hooligans, thieves, and a bunch of jokers, waving the undergarments as some sort of trophies. The so-called Gen Z revolutionaries also pissed on Sheikh Mujibur Rahman's statue, giving a glaring sign of what Bangladesh future holds: anarchy, Islamist mobocracy, and an abject contempt to Hindu lives, economy lying in ruins.